Hi, today is Monday, October 13th, 2025. I'm just resting at a rest room or rec room in my company on the third floor of t8ny Tower. I'm going to read this article so that we could practice English because we are non-native speakers of English. As a matter of fact, I work for Korea Telecom KT, the number one carrier in Korea, and I am very proud of my company. I continue to strive to excel in English and in my work so that I can contribute more and also to better myself, right? All the hassles aside, let's dive in and practice English by reading this beautiful article. This one is from Physics Facts, and the author is EU Corner. Germany builds solar-powered sleeping pads for homeless in winter. I like a tiny house concept, right? Tesla has rolled out their own versions of tiny house with a power battery and a solar wall and myriads of innovations. In the city of Ulm, Germany, engineers designed something heartbreakingly simple. A small insulated pod that can save a life on the coldest nights, known as Ulmer nests. These solar-powered shelters give homeless people a safe, warm place to sleep when temperatures plunge below freezing. Each pod is waterproof, windproof, and insulated. A ventilation system keeps air fresh while conserving heat. That's good. It's kind of contradicting to each other, right? You want a fresh air, but you want to conserve heat. Inside, there's enough room for one or two people to rest safely. The pods lock from the inside and giving privacy and protection from theft or assault, a small but vital dignity for those who sleep outdoors. The technology behind it is quietly impressive. Solar panels on top power, internal sensors, air circulation, and a small radio link. When a pod is used, the system sends an anonymous signal to caretakers who clean and maintain it in the next morning. Everything runs off the grid, powered entirely by the sun. Everything runs off the grid, right? Not run off. Your wife ran off, right? Everything runs off for the grid, powered entirely by the sun. What makes the Ulmer nest remarkable isn't its complexity, but its compassion. It doesn't aim to replace shelters or solve homelessness outright. It simply ensures that no one freezes to death on a winter night. The design is practical, strong composite shells, easy maintenance, and weather resistance tested in heavy snow. The initiative is now spreading across Germany and parts of Europe. Cities are adapting the design with better insulation and improved communication systems. Some are exploring adding emergency phone charging or health check sensors to detect hypothermia risk. For the engineers, it's not just a project, it's a social duty. In a world racing toward AI and space travel, Ulm reminded everyone that sometimes innovation's greatest purpose is to protect the most vulnerable. In New York, NY, United States. That's good concept, right? Solar pod that cannot solve homelessness but can save a life before sunrise. That's real engineering. It looks okay too. It really looks like a pod. So this pod has a solar panel, sometimes maybe phone charging, and sensors to notify the caretakers that someone is occupying the pod. Right? They need to make sure that the pod is maintained well, used by everyone one by one, and if the habitant is there for extended period of time, they need to check on them to make sure that they are safe and alive. What makes human nest the most vulnerable? Yeah, the most vulnerable runs of everything runs off the grid. Everything runs off the grid, powered entirely by the sun. Everything runs off the grid, powered entirely by the sun. Thanks, Germany. You did a tremendous job. Well, that's it. I'm going to read another articles as I